Hello everyone, me again, Steve OG, and I've got some exciting news to tell you fellas, if you couldn't tell by the title alone. We are getting Majuub in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, and I know what you guys are going to say, oh well now it's too long, so it doesn't matter. I understand that, but I think this is the best time for them to release Majuub, because one, they're running out of characters, and two, it makes sense to release a Majin human character alongside another Majin human character, don't you think? So Majuub 21 as a DLC pairing, I'm okay with this, I like this, I think this is cool. So, what comes new with Majuub? Well, obviously we don't have any screenshots or anything yet. You can expect those tomorrow or the day after. Trust me, you'll get them tomorrow or the day after. But we do actually have some names for his super attacks, as well as a rough translation as to what they actually do. Again, these will be confirmed tomorrow, or maybe someone can confirm these for me in the comment section down below. So either way, one of you talented boys, you go ahead and do that. Yes, but for his first super attack, it's called Flash Chaser. Now, I honestly don't know what to expect from Flash Chaser, because this move is, in my knowledge, if it's the trajectory changing move, it should technically be part of his ultimate attack. But, I don't know, I guess it's its own standalone move here, which I'm okay with. I would have much preferred if we had Chocolate Kamehameha, because that's a move that he uses, where he does the Kamehameha, and then he turns his Chocolate Beam midway through. I mean, to be fair, he does it also in his Lightning Shower move, which we'll get to, but not in this game, unfortunately. Which is quite sad, but, oh well. Majuub's evasive is called Inside Buster. If it wasn't obvious, this is a reference to when he powered up inside Great Ape Baby. It apparently increases its power by repeatedly hitting the button. I don't know what that means. Why would an evasive need to do so much damage? But again, we'll know more about it when the scans come out, and even more about it when the DLC itself comes out. His next super attack is Ryujin Attack. It's supposed to be a continuous kick move from the knee that leads into a punch and a heel drop. Now, I have absolutely no idea when he does this in the whole of GT. I don't even remember this in any of the games, so it can't be an attack from the games. It might have just been one combo that he did in the anime, and I forgot about it because it didn't really stand out too much. But at least he has a strike super. You know, every character needs to have a strike super and a ki blast super. So, there's Majuub's! Of course, his ultimate attack, which is objectively the most obvious and interesting move he has, is the Lightning Shower Rain move. Here it's called Lightning Force Division. At least that's the rough translation for it. Again, we'll know the true name when it's actually out. But naturally, if you've seen the anime or if you just remember Majuub in general, this is the attack where he fires a ton of like blasts at you. And some of them are intentionally supposed to go past you, some of them hit you to stun you in place. And then he calls them all back to, you know, really mess you up again. And he can even actually call them all back in a Fusion Tornado move that has an even stronger version of an individual blast from the Lightning Shower Rain. It's a genuinely cool move, and I want to see how Xenoverse does it. Now, naturally, it's not going to be the quote-unquote most beautiful thing ever, but Xenoverse is still pretty good at impressing us with some of these moves regardless. Like, again, Dragon Ball Super Broly Giganticor is useful and looks good, so I'm okay with this. I want to see what they do with Oob's Lightning Shower move, because it's been forever since Oob has actually been in, like, a main Dragon Ball game, to my knowledge. I think the last Dragon Ball game he was maybe Dragon Ball Fusions. I mean, obviously, because he's a fusion, so he kind of has to be in that one. If you want to include Dokkan, that's fine. I wouldn't. But, you know, Oob hasn't been really in anything recently. It's mostly because Super's out and GT is not relevant anymore. And they're kind of waiting for Dragon Ball Super's interpretation of Oob. But for now, we are dealing with the GT Oob, Super Oob, Majuub. That's what we're getting in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Along with Oob comes a new photo mode. Now, I don't know if I'm right or wrong on this, because this translation is kind of loose, but we're either getting photo mode buffed, which is good, because I actually think there's quite a few things that aren't that great of photo mode that need to be, like, updated. But this says, outside of Super Oob, the game's photo mode will receive an update allowing you to take photographs of your allies in Conton City, and Master Raid will add 2 vs 4 mode. Now, I think this is particularly interesting, because photo mode, in my opinion, they did nerf it. I know that's kind of weird to say, but they did actually take away some good aspects from photo mode. Hopefully they're coming back in this update, as well as the fact that, hey, Content City photo mode, that's actually absolutely mental. Now the question is, can you do this online? Because you could get like some really good pictures with your friends and stuff in the multi-lobby. And I mean, this is just good aside from being amazing to take with friends. It's good for thumbnails, because I'm a YouTube man, so this benefits me thumbnail wise. But this is actually crazy for people who just want to take screenshots of their friends or their mates in Conton City. But how would you actually like do it? It's kind of weird. Like it sounds like something that'd be really hard to implement, because Conton City first was a giant map, and two, you can't exactly freeze time online. So I'm kind of curious on how this is gonna go. As for the Master Raid, the 2 versus 4 mode, I don't know if we really need another raid mode, but if it's going to give us rewards, then I'm okay with it completely, because the original raid mode we have, the Crystal Raid mode, that gives you like any raid reward that's been in the game. If you just grind it hard enough, you'll eventually get everything you need. So that's fine, that's cool. Master Raid, I don't know what else that could add. It might just be a fun little mode, but we'll have to see how long it lasts, because Crystal Raid kind of died off because it's either that the boss just kills everyone instantly, or there's one player on the team who has just every OP move on, and the boss never gets to do anything ever. So we'll have to see how the Master Raid mode actually goes, because for now it's just seeming like extra flavoring that we don't really need. Now, the last 2 things we'll be moving on to is the developers. I'm sure this is the developers talking about Xenoverse in general, and Oob. Now, here they say for Oob that he's a genuinely like honest and loved character, and for some reason didn't play an active part in Super. Naturally, Oob is a child, and you know, he couldn't really do much in Super. He kind of has to grow up a little bit, so you know, that's his main reason. But the developers all say that GT is good, and they'll probably like take more things from it. Now, the other thing here, again, these are all rough translations, it's kind of hard to tell, but they said here that if DLC continues like this, I would expect an upgraded version on the next generation machine, rather than expecting a new work. Now, it's kind of obvious what this means. If the DLC keeps coming like this for Xenoverse, we just won't get Xenoverse free. They've clearly said here, you know, they're just gonna make Xenoverse on the next generation machine, which is obviously next generation console, an upgraded version. Now, this doesn't mean it's gonna have better netcode or anything. Now, bear with me. This does not mean it has better netcode. It probably just means Xenoverse 2 with some of the DLC for free, and maybe like one new feature or something. I don't know, because you already know them. So there's a good chance, not even a good chance, a very high chance we'll get Xenoverse for the PS5 and Xbox Scarlet, but we won't get Xenoverse free. Because if it's coming from them themselves that they're just going to give you Xenoverse 2 again on the new consoles, rather than a new work, which would be a new game, then they haven't even started making it. They haven't even started making it. So if you wanted Xenoverse free and they haven't even started making it, you'd at least have to wait like a goddamn year to hear anything about it, and then maybe 2 to actually play it. So they haven't even started on Xenoverse free. That's a thing. So if anyone's saying, "Oh, I can't wait for Xenoverse 3 to come out," you have a long time to wait, because they've just said, "Hey, we'll probably just make an upgraded version on the next generation machine, rather than making a new game," because people love this goddamn DLC. They're eating it up like goddamn cow, fat piggies and cows grazing on this dirty grass. Screw it, we don't have to give them the good shit. We'll keep the good shit. We'll keep the money, and we'll just keep making DLC and put the game on PS5 and Xbox Scarlet. Now again, all rough translation, so it's just my interpretation of it. But when they say stuff like next generation machine, there's nothing else they could be referring to. That's a console. When they say upgraded version, if DLC keeps, you know, doing this well, that's obviously an upgraded version of Xenoverse 2. And rather than expecting a new work, obviously means a new game. So, guys, no Xenoverse 3 for now, maybe even ever. Now, this last section is just going to be me wrapping up my thoughts on all of this in general, because I've kind of just been reading this out verbatim as it appears here. So for Oob, I like Oob. I think he's a good addition. I don't think he's like the most amazing character or anything. Before, it didn't make any sense to add him, in my opinion. Before, it didn't, because we had way more interesting characters. I know people saying stuff like, add Oob, add Pycon. Pycon has no moves to offer. Maybe if he has a few moves, there's not that many. So his moveset will just be a bunch of generic stuff like full power energy wave and yada yada yada, because he just doesn't have much to offer. Oob did not make sense to add before, because we had way more important characters that need to take up the slots before. Goku Black, Fused Zamasu, Vegito, Trunks, Jiren, Ultra Instinct Goku, Broly Gogeta. We've had interesting characters that needed to take up the slots before, so it didn't make sense to add Oob before. Now it's, you know, a good time to add him. Now, yeah, thumbs up. Now it's a good time to add him. Great, excellent, awesome. I'll take him now. Oob's moves are very interesting, and I do want to say that with Oob and 21 being in the same DLC package, they might have a Majin theme going on with this DLC. Again, we don't know, because they haven't released any scans or trailers or anything yet, so we don't know what this DLC actually fully entails. Xenoverse 2 should have got a new story mode ages ago, though, for DLC content-wise. We didn't get one for the Tournament of Power, which is when DLC 6 is when we were supposed to get a new story, I believe, and so is DLC 8. But whatever, they just didn't give it to us. So maybe if we're lucky, we'll get one now, although I heavily doubt it. Uber 21 being in the same DLC though is good, because Majin fans, we're gonna eat well tonight. We finally have some new goddamn moves for our Majin custom characters. I haven't been able to use my female Majin forever, not because she's bad, because she just had nothing new to put on her, so it just feels like I'm playing the same launch day female Majin. It's a bit jarring, but hey, if anyone has a chocolate move, that's actually good, and if Uber has chocolate Kamehameha, if that's what Flash Chase was supposed to be, then goddamn, I'm happy. So yeah, we got great Majin moves, we got all of that cool stuff. The developers are even adding a new photo mode, or a buffed version of photo mode, an extended photo mode. It's super extended. I don't imagine they could extend too much with the current photo mode, so this has to be a Content City like kind of photo mode, right? I don't know how it's gonna work yet, because we don't know. Again, guys, let me know anything in the comment section. Let me know your ideas, your thoughts on this, because again, these are all rough translations. So please let me know. I would say another thing that is really great about this is that, and by great I mean like a great deal, not like it's the best thing ever. What they've kind of confirmed here, we're just not getting Xenoverse 3. If you expected the Xenoverse 3, please sit down, because it's not even going to launch with the PS5 at most, because they're like, oh, if DLC keeps doing well, and the DLC for Xenoverse 2 has always done well, if the DLC keeps doing well, then they'll just release Xenoverse 2 again on the next generation consoles. And Xenoverse 2 DLC is doing well. Basically what they're saying is, whether you buy it or not, we'll probably just make Xenoverse 2 on the next gen consoles. Now, you could say, oh, well, they'll just give us Xenoverse 3 if we don't buy the DLC. Well, you probably just will buy it anyways, because every single time you guys say you won't buy it, you just buy it. So, let's not kill ourselves. We're just going to get Xenoverse 2 again on next generation consoles. I think that is it. I think that concludes all my thoughts on this Xenoverse 2 update. Kind of a hard hitter for people that wanted Xenoverse 3. If you wanted Xenoverse 3 again, wait like a year or two to hear anything about it, because they're not making it now. They're going to give you Xenoverse 2 on the PS5, so yeah, but that's it. So without further ado, I think that will be the end of this Majuub video, guys. Again, please let me know everything you think in the comment section down below, because there's quite the handful to absorb right now. But don't worry, we'll get the scans in about tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. So bear with me if you need any more evidence to any of the things I'm saying. It will be coming. Again, let me know what you think by leaving a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe to greatly support the channel. Leave a comment down below what you'd like to see next. Most likely you'd like to see the follow-up to this. Don't worry, I will show the scans on the channel too. And I'll probably have to make an update to this, because there's no guarantee DLC 10 will be the last DLC for Xenoverse. But we are kind of running out of Dragon Ball content to add, so there's also that. Hope you guys enjoyed. Love you all, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.